I actually have no sun cream on my legs. This is so bad.
Your phone on silent, Zoe?
Yeah.
Alright, good.
All right. Hi, this is Reina. Welcome to Dai Good Talk. And today we have Zoe from Travel with Zoe.
Yeah, I mean, I am travel with Zoe.
Yes, right? And this is not your first time to Trinidad, right?
7th time,
Seventh
imagine.
time. But let's just briefly talk about your travels within the Caribbean. Like, what islands have you been to so far?
So the main ones would be Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Grenada, I think. Yeah, would be the main ones. I think there's
you've been to more than those. It's like, what, 10, 11 so far?
I think so, but a few of them it was only for a short time.
Yeah, but you still went.
Okay, but those are the ones that like I know better, do you know what I mean?
Okay. Is Trinidad one of them?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So Trinidad I've been to the most times out of all of them.
Why is that?
So basically the first time I came, I did this like exchange thing where you can basically volunteer on a farm in exchange for accommodation and food. So it's the way that you can travel by spending.
Where that farm was?
In Moruga. So it's from a website where like people host you all over the world if somebody wants some help, and if somebody wants to host travelers in exchange for them like helping, then they can sign up to this website. So I found the farm on this website back in 2015, and I went there. They picked me up from the airport. I couldn't understand a word they were saying because they had like a deep Trini accent,
deep south accent.
But then basically I spent 3 months there in this village in Moruga back in 2015. So I was in like my early 20s, and it was my first time ever doing one of these like exchanges. But now I've done lots of them. And yeah, I just had like the best time. So it was really that village, La Lune in Moruga, which made me fall in love with Trinidad.
I don't think I haven't been there.
Yeah, most people say they haven't been there. And so then obviously I told the family like, oh, I want to come, because it's like a family run farm. So I told them like, I want to come back and always visit you like throughout my life, you know. And then yeah, I just kept coming back. And then when I would come to visit them, I would like end up meeting more people and going to more places. And so it just ended up that like, it just started to feel like a bit of a like second home, I guess. Like I feel quite comfortable here. I have a lot of friends here now. I actually think I have more friends here than in England, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. And so yeah, like it just ended up that way. It was never really the plan.
So like what time of year? Because you know Trinidad, we have our culture like this time, carnival time. Like when was it?
So it was actually Christmas. So we did like parang, I don't know, in St. Mary's, because so the farm is in La Lune, which is like a village all the way down by the beach in Moruga. But then one of the family members, she has family in St. Mary's, Moruga, which is like a bit more populated. Well, anyway, it's closer to Princestown basically, and there's more people living there. So we did like parang, like going like door to door in St. Mary's.
A good experience there.
Yeah.
Like, it was very like, because Christmas time here in Trinidad is quite warm, very welcoming and stuff. So like.
But because it was 3 months, it was Christmas and carnival. So I planned it that way. So basically I went up to town for 1 week. I left the farm for a week to do carnival and then came back down that year.
So where stayed in Port of Spain?
So there's another website. So that website I mentioned to you before is Workaway. That's how you do like the exchanges. But then if you just want to stay by somebody for a couple of days, like a local person who enjoys meeting foreigners, making connections, then you can use the couch surfing website. So as the name suggests, you sleep on people's couches like for free. And they enjoy like, making friends all over the world. Whatever. So I couch surfed in Samoa at this crazy house. It was this like bachelor pad. So the guy didn't have a key, he had like a keypad to get in. So all these girls had like the combination to get into his like bachelor pad. So I'd be there and there'd just be like random girls like coming in, like cooking in the kitchen. And he had like a hot tub, like a jacuzzi in his living room with like a sign that said like clothing optional or something. And he had a whole second fridge just for beer. So that's where I couch surfed
That's
for carnival.
kind of familiar.
So yeah, I stayed there.
Well, now that you have like so many friends and it's been multiple times since you've been here, you don't have to do couch surf anymore. Just like, hey, I'm gonna be in Trinidad X time. I'm staying here.
I mean, I'm literally sleeping on my friend's couch here, so it's quite similar to couch surfing.
Yeah, well, I mean, oh gosh. But you don't have to go through a website.
Yeah, exactly.
You just WhatsApp.
Yeah, exactly. But to be fair, I want to like keep those like contributing to those websites. Like it's an important community to me, so I actually do still use the website. Even like now, I'm gonna stay with somebody from couch surfing in a couple of weeks.
In Trinidad?
Yeah, because it's like I think it's important to like keep that going. Do you know what I mean? And every time you stay with somebody, you're like contributing to keeping it going because you leave a review, they leave a review. You're like
so
it's an important thing for me. Yeah, like because I still want to use the couch surfing app website in other countries and stuff, so it's important to like keep using it. You know.
I understand. All right, so while you're here right now, it's carnival season. Are you playing mass?
Yeah, so I prefer like small bands because I find like big crowds a bit difficult sometimes. So yeah, I'm going with like a smaller, more affordable band called Escape Carnival Band. But we're actually doing a little like collaboration with my TikTok. So I've got like a little discount code and
Because I've never heard about.
yeah,
My Trinity card revoked a long time.
no, to be fair, most people, because I feel like it's very, when I first came, people told me like if you're not with Tribe or you know these, then it's not worth it. You know, like a lot of people, they really feel like it's like Tribe or nothing, or you know the top 4 or 3 or however many it is, they think it's like them or nothing. But I don't think that's the case because last year I was with a small band as well and it was really nice.
Yeah, it don't have to be big, and that's like for like seasoned masqueraders. Like I guess first time.
And the price of them is just crazy too.
I mean,
especially in a country where like minimum wage is like £3 an hour. I don't understand.
A lot of people ask happy in Trinidad. I don't get twisted. Like a lot of us making some good money. It's unfortunate, but it's a huge gap.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. But then it's like, who are the people who are just earning like minimum wage or whatever? How are they supposed to play mass? Like, I don't get it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's why there's cheaper bands as well. But still, it just feels like a bit mismatched. Like how much some people earn versus how much a backline with no feathers costume costs.
Yeah, that's like a serious discussion, you know, like when you actually look at what's average salary versus minimum wage, and like what a lot of people, I mean, I can't say statistics and what the percentages are, but I have like a vast amount of people are making some good money.
Yeah, it's weird, but I guess we're supposed to be just having a fun conversation today.
Yeah,
so. Because there's a lot of like big houses in Trinidad.
Yeah,
and
castles.
A lot of like opportunities to do a lot of business here and there. I don't know.
And in certain areas when they talk about that's the rich people area.
Yeah, but you're right. That's the conversation for another day.
So you're playing mass.
Are you playing mass?
I haven't decided as yet. I was supposed to confirm my sizes since
with
November.
What band?
Spirit, and I clean forget and. Anyway, we're not getting involved in that. That's off topic. But so you're here for Carnival. What fests have you been to so far?
Okay, so my friend who I'm staying with now,
dragging you all over the place. I know that.
To out in South, and then yesterday my friend from Maruga, the lady from the farm who I first stayed with, she was they currently have volunteers there doing what I did back in the day, obviously, and she was carrying them to a charity fundraiser boat cruise, and they had hired a maxi, so I jumped in the maxi on the highway and I went with them yesterday to I
remember you told me
it was like the Trinidad Blind Welfare Association fundraiser boat cruise thing, so it was very cute, like very wholesome. That was last night.
So even today?
So today we're going to Pan.
Or Panorama? Semi-finals or today's finals?
Semi-finals, yeah.
Okay. I ain't too hot up on Pan. I'm not gonna lie, my Trinity card.
Yeah, but to be fair, it's like you've had so many chances to see Pan, but for me it's like if I'm here and we don't have Pan where I'm from, so it's like I try to go to like some of the cultural things.
Of course.
Especially for the content as well.
Good point, fair point. All right, so besides Pan today, you have anything lined up?
So the one ticket I've bought is for the Patrice Roberts concert, because I love a concert. You know, sometimes in England, I'm so hot by the way, sometimes in England, they might bring these artists over maybe for like 1 or 2 concerts during our summertime or something, but they'll just bring like 1 or 2 artists and you might have to pay, you know, £40 just to see like these 2 artists. And for us, that's a big deal because they've flown all the way from the Caribbean. But like here, I can go to the Patrice Roberts concert and see like 20 artists.
Exactly. You can go to Ojo Fitness, Free Thing.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would just I'd never have that opportunity like where I'm from. So that's why I like to go to the concerts when I'm here. Because the effect with a DJ, you can kind of do that anywhere, but like concerts is different. I'll try and take advantage of that like here.
Okay, so you mentioned that you've been to multiple islands, yes? Have you experienced Carnival in those islands as well?
Some of them, some yes, some no. So last year I did St. Vincent Carnival for the first time, and it's really, really cool. Like I would love to do that again, yeah. I haven't done St. Lucia Carnival. I've done Jamaica Carnival, which I didn't think was the best. But lots of people share that opinion, I know. Yeah. Then I did Grenada, just the Juve though, last year.
Yeah, I think they have like good Juve. They are like the jab people there. Yeah. That's some good times.
Yeah.
Barbados, crop over.
Yeah, that was my first Caribbean carnival actually, was crop over. So that used to be really fun, but I haven't been for like maybe 7 years or something, like a long time I haven't been there. But that was really fun.
Well, I would like to believe so.
Yeah.
So, and you did Trinidad how many times?
This is only my 4th Trinidad Carnival.
That's plenty more than actual locals, huh? It's not just only 4, like, it's like...
But each time was very different. It was like a different band each time, and different experience each time.
So which was the best carnival experience?
Mm,
Come on, it's a safe space.
like, obviously, I love the carnival in London too, because that's where I'm from. That's where
Yeah.
I know a lot of people. Do you know what I mean? There's something special about doing it, like, where you're from,
Home,
I
yeah.
guess. But apart from that, okay, Trinidad's the best for, like, the surrounding cultural events. So the fact that the whole city turns into this, like,
Big party.
carnival city,
Yeah.
like, for, let's say, 3 weeks or however many weeks you want to say, like, surrounding the carnival, and you have all the pan and all these things, and it's, like, so much bigger than just the day itself. Whereas, like, in London, really is mostly just
Like
that day.
yeah.
Do you know, okay, we have panorama, but, like, you don't feel it in the whole city. So I think Trinidad's the best for, like, the whole experience, like, from
The season.
the season, yeah. You can feel that it's like the Mecca, like you actually can feel it, in my opinion. And then in terms of like on the road, I'm not gonna lie, St. Vincent was very special.
Really?
Yeah, I can't say, they're just also different, and they all have different types of soca. Obviously, they were playing Vincy soca. Like, it's just different. It's like trying to compare an apple to a cup of tea. Like, I just don't think. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just don't think it's helpful to like say this is the best or not. But yeah, I would say for the whole experience, Trinidad, but maybe to experience something that still feels very local and doesn't feel like it's been taken over by these really expensive bands and international vibes, then I would say St. Vincent, because it still feels quite local.
Very
do you know
cultural.
what I mean?
Very.
Yeah, and it's smaller, so like you can go and find your friend in another band, whereas here,
In Trinidad,
you
lose them?
bro, there's not even any point trying to find them.
Yeah.
And so that was really cool. They only had like about 6 bands, and their capital city is so small that you can just float between the bands, and like that was really nice. It felt like very safe, like you can't really get lost. You can just go off, get some food, come back.
So
you
it's
know,
like a good starting for carnival.
Yeah, like for me, yeah.
And then you graduate to Trinidad and thing.
Yeah, and here's complicated as well, because here there's so many fetes. If you don't know what you're doing, how on earth are you supposed to know which one to go to and how to get there? Because here you might have one fete, you know, a boat cruise up going from like Chaguaramas, then you might have another party in San Fernando. And I mean, if you're not from here and you don't know how to get around, you don't have a car, like how do you even... It's so big here, like it's so big, it's very confusing and very expensive, and obviously there's so much choice. So if you know what you're doing and you have the money, you have the choice to have such an amazing experience, because there's so much to pick and choose from. But it's also so big that maybe it makes it maybe a little bit difficult sometimes, like logistically. Do you know what I mean?
Some people be like, oh my god, because we have our whole carnival calendar, and you watch it and you see 4 or 5 events on one day, some in South, Port of Spain.
And if you're not from here, well, it doesn't mean anything to you that this one's Scorch and this one's Caesar's Army. And well, what does that mean if you're not, do you know what I mean? Like if you're not familiar, like what does that really mean? So I think you need to come here like either knowing something already or like with somebody who knows, do you know what I mean? Otherwise it's just...
Well, a lot of people have family in Trinidad, so like a lot of people from England, States and stuff, when they come in, it was like, they just stay by their family and they have Trini roots, so it's like they have an idea of like, what to do and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you think about carnival here?
Well, I grew up as a carnival baby. Like my parents going to Panorama, Juvie and stuff. Like I just remember being a child on like my godfather's shoulders, jumping up, powder, you know. So like I grew up in it. And I've been playing mass. The last time I played mass was 2019. 2020, I didn't really do anything because like that was when COVID was now coming around. And to be quite fair, I did go out and stuff, but it was kind of dull that year. And like I guess this is the first carnival since then. And I was like so excited about doing it, but now I neither here nor there. Like I will be out, but I don't prep for it anymore.
Yeah. But do you think like when you're on the road, does it feel like very special still to this day? Like is it something that feels very special to you, or is it just like another carnival?
Nah, this is like the time like I actually, because I would say I'm quite reserved, but like when I do go out for this season, like I will make sure I go out and have a good time. The reason why I didn't do too many fetes this year, because I've quite literally been very busy. So like I would forget. I was supposed to go Panorama today. Like when he told me, I was like, oh shit, I clean. So it's like I just literally too busy to fet.
And like, what do you think about like the future of carnival? Do you think it will kind of stay the same?
No, it's changed a lot. We have a lot of new designers and stuff, so it's kind of like a great area.
Because Spirit is a new band, right?
Well, I like that concept because for me, I don't have that energy for people to be going back to back. I don't have that energy. But like the thing about actual Monday and Tuesday, for me, it was either Juvie or Pretty Mass. But what Spirit seems to be doing is that on Monday, instead of just rushing to be out early, like they kind of account for people who just did Juvie. So it's more like a brunch and like a calm vibe, and you're still going out and having fun, but it's not like on the road like how Tuesday is. At least that's what I think. I could be wrong. So I feel like they have like a good vision for how it is and how it's going to be.
Okay.
So like I can't do, I might just do Juve.
Yeah, I'm choosing between Juve and Monday. I think I'm choosing Monday because last year I had such a good time on the road on Monday. I think I'm not doing Juve.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're actually playing pretty mass, not
No, not like t-shirt, like baby suit, like as in.
Monday way.
Yeah, Monday wear.
Uh-huh.
Like I'm gonna not do Juve because I want to do Monday and I can't do both.
I can't.
Like a grandma.
Well, the thing about, because when my Ras and stuff, I was like, gosh, I really like Juvie because I don't get burned up. You know, it's like a good vibe. You're getting messy. You'd rather try to look nice.
Yeah.
So now that I don't have my Ras, I was like, yeah, I could get stained up. Like I could go under everything instead of having to worry about like washing out my hair and stuff. So I definitely want to do Juvie this year. Pretty man, sunblock, tired in the heat, kind of iffy about it. Like,
And what do you think about, every year there's this whole discussion about like whining, etiquette, and like if you have a boyfriend and what, blah, 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 blah. Like what, I don't know, what.
well, it depends on your relationship. I think some people really overdo it and just have like no respect for their companion in terms like how they dance with strangers or like a friend.
So let me tell you something funny. So I used to go to Crop River with a friend from London and we obviously met some boys there, whatever. And so as a joke with like the boys that we were, so at one point I actually had a boyfriend there and she had a boyfriend there too. And so at one point as like a half joke but half not joke, we made like a whining contract as a result of this discussion. So me and my friend, we sat down together and we got out a notepad, like, and we wrote this like, it was like a 10-step like whining contract, but we did it in like silly language just to be like silly, but it's actually kind of serious, so you can tell me what you think. So I can't remember all of it, but it was something like the wine must not last longer than 2 songs or something, and it was like
were you staying with them for?
And then it was like no turning around to have a discussion like halfway through the wine, because like what are you really talking about, do you know what I mean?
You just had to look
and
back
then,
to see if they're nice and
like, or okay, you could just say like one thing like,
what brings you here?
like, I don't know, but like you're not meant to be having like a fully blown like like I don't know. And then it was also like no face-to-face whining, like front on front, whatever you call it, And then it was like, we made something about the amount of degrees. I can't remember. We said like, you can't bend over more than X amount of degrees. I can't, no, but I think we said like, no, it can't be up to like a 90 degrees. I can't remember, something about the degrees. And then we said like, their hands can't pass like your waist.
I don't know why when you're whining, somebody had a like, oh gosh, just take the wine.
Yeah, so basically that was the whining contract. I can't remember what else, but.
Well, I think right now, because people overdo it, like foreigners come to Trinidad and they're like,
they want to go crazy.
They want to go crazy and just like disrespect some woman and some stuff. Like, no, they really overdoing the shit, right? Where they want to bend you over and stab you out and stuff. Like, I think that's why they have a lot of brace culture now, because like a woman are more like, we already half naked. Why this random man rubbing up piggy on me and saying, I don't know you, in such a manner, right? So like if you see a girl having a good time and you want to tifa wine, okay. But you see when you want to just go and jam and throw off her timing and think, I hate that. Oh gosh, stop that.
Yeah, I think it's such like it's a weird like thing to gauge, because I guess in like most other scenarios, like if a man's going to really come and be having all this physical contact with you, like he'd have to ask you, but like nobody's really going to come and be like, please may I wine on you? So obviously like you just have to like judge it, but it's a weird thing to have to judge, isn't it? Like
the thing about it is, have like this unspoken rule is like, if they looking good now, like they have like look back to see like,
but even that, like me and you could interpret a look differently, or a look can mean a different thing. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just like I think it's like an interesting situation, because there aren't many other situations like that, in my opinion, that it's really just judged by non-spoken like
and
things.
The song, how you're feeling, what they look like, where a man is. It's not like so many different theories.
But I think I like it when they like, so yesterday on the boat there was this man. Like, I was like the only single person, it felt like, on this boat. Like, it was actually so depressing. Like, I feel like so many people came.
Everybody was couple off.
Either they were couple off, or they at least had like a little dancing partner. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just really felt like I was just the biggest loner on this boat. Like, even though I was with my friends. And so I was kind of happy because they were playing like Young Brother, like songs where like you want to dance to someone. And then there was this man, he wasn't like good looking, but he was like, okay, like enough that we can dance, And then he like just came and stood behind me, but like he didn't like go for it. He just like stood like behind me to where it was like my choice, and I feel like I appreciate that, because
so
then and then he like, so it was fine. I feel like that's a good method.
Like they come closer.
Yeah, like, and then I would have a choice to either like move away, and it could almost be as if like he was just standing there because there wasn't enough room in the party, or I have a choice. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like that was good that I had the choice. I like that method.
Yeah, because sometimes you just really want to go outside and just dance by yourself.
Yeah,
and then
or
there are
with
times
your
where you want
friends.
to jam.
Yeah.
Like, because like sometimes you'll go to events and nobody even try to take a wine. Like, I ain't looking like I have no
Literally.
rhythm or like, so.
Like, I already know that I have no rhythm, and I
gosh.
already know that like I don't exactly look like a supermodel, but like I still just think, come on, just have fun, like it's
Yeah,
just a
once
party,
it's
like.
shaking, once it's shaking in time, you know.
But
That's
then,
all
like,
you really need.
sometimes you can even be like a good dancer, and they can even be a good dancer. But then when they come, like, when
Yeah.
you guys come together, there's just no chemistry in the vibe.
Yeah,
Do you know
sometimes
what I
it's
mean?
really true
It's
you're
so
off
weird.
bad.
Yeah, and then I'm like, am I that bad at dancing that we can't even match for like
Yeah.
a 10 seconds?
Sometimes I feel like they just need to stand up and take it. Just take the wine now. Like, don't do too much. Don't do too much. Like, when if it really depends on the person, you know, like.
And the song, and
True.
yeah.
Anyways, I mean, it's a good old time, really. You know, you're just going there to free up. We're not, you know, looking to see who's the best dancer. As long as you don't go on the stage and do no such a nonsense where you become a meme and people clowning you and stuff.
Oh my gosh, I'm so scared. So there's this
gosh.
dancer influencer. Her name is Gladys. She's
Trinidad?
a Trini. Yeah, she's got like 182,000 followers on TikTok and like 300.
You know,
on Instagram, like 300 something on TikTok. Anyways, she slid into my DMs and she was like, "How long are you here for?" And I was like, "You'd better not be trying to make me dance." And she was like, "Get prepared." And I'm like, "Oh no."
Well,
so she wants to make dancing content together, and I'm so scared. Everyone thinks I should be scared of like this hitchhiking, these waterfall hikes that I do by myself. No, I am scared of making a dancing video with this lady.
Well, I mean, I guess it's free lesson. You know, take it, and I guess it'll be good content indeed. So just be like, okay, this is the step, and there's like what you need to know about whining.
Like, I've literally been trying to whine since I was like 16 years old. I'm 30 and I still can't whine.
Well, you basically an islander at this point, so you had to get with it.
No, but I'm like, you know those ones that in the party they just sing all the words? You know the singers?
Yeah, me.
I'm a singer, yeah. Because then like no one can really like notice that you're not dancing because you're too busy singing.
Because you're just like, yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Nah, but some songs you just had to bend your back.
Yeah, a little bit.
It just, you know, some songs
In the
really
corner
just,
when no one's looking.
yeah, I not going front and center or holding on to the back of the truck and doing anything because I would embarrass myself.
Oh, 100%.
I know I ain't too thick, you know. So
Yeah.
what else you wanna talk about? So like, okay, you're gonna be here after Carnival.
Yeah.
So like the cool Ash Wednesday. What do you know about Ash Wednesday?
I would like to get Chinese takeaway and sleep on Ash Wednesday.
Yeah.
That's what I would like to do.
But I think that what's so funny, well, at least in Trinidad, Carnival Monday, everybody hot and sweaty on the road, throwing waste, and Wednesday, you in church. Nothing ever happened. All them hot girls back to being a bank teller, who's back to being a police.
That's one thing I always find very interesting about the Caribbean is how it's very religious and very ungodly at the same time.
Yeah, your ashes.
But no, I don't go to church. But
You know me.
yeah, I just want to sleep on Ash Wednesday because really I actually don't like partying very much, and I kind of force myself because I'm here and because it's carnival time and because my friends are saying let's go. I'm like, okay, let's just try and like get into it. Do you know what I mean? And
but pace yourself if you're not really feeling to do something.
yeah, but yeah, and I don't know. So by the time it reaches Carnival Tuesday or the end of Carnival Tuesday, my capacity has already been reached a long time ago. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not trying to socialise. I'm not trying to see anyone on Ash Wednesday. Feel sorry for who I'm staying with because I'm going to shut myself in the room and just drink coconut water.
Yeah, and
eat
recover
Chinese.
because like we're gonna be. You see, as an islander, you gotta have at least 3 shades of foundation. You have your regular shade, and then you have your shade for after Carnival. Because I be born and I be looking what is called a madras, like proper dark glove, because it's like sunblock don't really do anything at this point anymore. You're sweating it off. You always have to be reapplying.
Yeah, my worst thing is like I put the face gems like here, and obviously you have like your tiara. It has like some little thing. It's like always have like white dots on my face from where those bits didn't burn, and so I just look like a complete idiot for like a whole week after Carnival with like the shapes.
And then you see on your legs the stockings.
It's awful. It's really awful. But I'm gonna bring like a mini sunscreen, I think, in my like bum bag or something, and keep trying to, because especially my face, it's really bad, and you can get like skin cancer.
Like you see all here normally but you see like my face and chest, I try to like at least put sunblock there because it's
but
so
then
thin.
sometimes I see, you know, some people on the road, they have like a spray sunblock. Like one year there was like some sponsors or something. I remember I passed them, they had like a spray sunblock thing.
When
you know, things like that.
when you go up any bathroom and stuff, any little porta potties, they have like deodorant, sunblock.
Okay, I've never been with a band that's had all that.
Yes, and they have like your toothpicks and like open up pads.
That's what you're paying me $1,000 US dollars for.
I was in Bliss last year, and like it's honest, and it was like a no for no thing, and because I was never like plan anymore. It's just like you get a band, you get whatever, and like those people talk about, you know, you're paying too much money, but they have the security. At any point you could go to the bathroom. They have multiple options for food. You have vegan, vegetarian, your meat. I really had a great time in Bliss. So I don't think that's one of the more expensive bands. If not the most.
I'm happy that you had a great time.
Yeah, but they also have the
spray
the
thing.
spray.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, even right now after this interview, like, I mean,
look
at this line.
like I done get brung up, but we here. I prefer actually being tan because I was like ashy grey.
Yeah, I mean, of course I prefer being tan too, but it's just a fine line between burning and tanning.
So.
But yeah, let's think what we can talk about for 5 minutes.
The beach. Right, so after the carnival season and you relax and stuff, you have to come off-roading with me.
Okay.
Must. Because you say some parts of Trinidad you didn't see.
Yeah, I haven't been to like Point Fortin. I think I haven't been to like Blanche's. Have I? Maybe, I can't remember. I just know like sometimes on TikTok Live people are like, have you been here? And often it's a no, even though I've been to Trinidad lots of times. Because Trinidad's very big.
Fine. I think London is like about the same size.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, when I compare it to like other islands, I think when I was in, for example, Dominica or things like that, it was kind of maybe easier to like tick off lots of places.
Yeah.
Because there's more like day trips you can do, whereas here by public transport, like a day trip, there's a lot of places you can't reach on a day trip, you know?
Yeah. So the thing about, like, you know, I'm gonna be honest, like most times when it's summer or whatever, vacation time, I out the country, but like during COVID when everything was locked up, I saw so much of my country. Like I was like a proper country bookie, like, where is this? Oh my gosh, look at these scenes. So like since then, weekends, we all over the place. Like they have some hidden gems in Trinidad.
Yeah, but it's cool that because like obviously because I do like travel vlogs, people from the country I'm in, they often say, oh, you've explored way more of my country than I have. Like, thanks for showing me this, like blah, blah, blah. And sometimes I think, oh, it's a bit sad that people aren't exploring their own country. But then at the same time, I realize that like I don't really explore England like that either. And naturally, like when you're in your own country, you're preoccupied with like your family, with your boyfriend, with your work, with your, do you know what I mean? So you're not like in necessarily a mood to like go and explore. So I feel like, yeah, I'm sure
COVID.
If lots of Trinis were in England, I'm sure they would have seen lots of things that I've never seen either.
Go to
so.
Harry Potter land, and you ain't really careful.
And like, I don't know, like certain, I don't know, museums or certain parks or certain, I don't know, ice cream shops that I just wouldn't really necessarily care about. Do you know what I mean?
Come on, doubles, or we'll have to go to the beach, the lookout. They have like, have you heard about Nolly's Tunnel?
Yeah, everyone has talked about that, but I heard it's just a tunnel.
It's just a tunnel, literally.
With bats.
Yes.
And me and bats have some beef because
but I mean, it's still an experience.
When I was in Dominica, I stayed in a few places and the bats kept pooing in my literal room. I literally shared rooms with bats in Dominica, so I have a newfound beef with bats. I don't want to see any bats for a while.
All right, but there's some other fun places that we could go. And you heard about the carcass?
Huh?
E-carcass.
As in a dead body?
No, not a carcass, a e-carcass. But it's at the end, like, so
Trinidad.
Oh God, I say it wrong.
No, I'm saying it wrong, but I'm saying it in my accent. Like,
yeah. So yeah,
people have been telling me about that. Yeah.
You could go because it's like, to me, when I went the first time, I was like, oh my God, I'm like in a different country. So definitely some places I could explore. So just tell us which parts of the country you want to be, east, west, north, south.
I mean, I'm literally down to go anywhere, and even like certain neighborhoods as well, because I like to obviously explore the countryside, but I also like to make like connections in different little areas, like neighborhoods, and maybe like do like a cookout in somebody's garden or like stuff like that's happened before, and then it's quite cool to get to know like different neighborhoods that maybe don't have such a good reputation, but I can still go there and be like, I had a good time, or I don't know, like.
Well, we can do that. So that's it. What time? Well, I should basically.
Should we just try and say something to end it?
Well, you're gonna have a good old time, and this is not gonna be your last time in Trinidad. I hope
Yeah, I doubt it somehow.
You're making new connections. You could come and stay by anybody and explore outside of Carnival and Christmas.
Yeah.
July, August is good.
Thanks for the chat.
You're welcome.
Thanks for inviting me to go off-roading.
Yes.
Yeah, I always like want to invite people somewhere, but I'm always traveling.
Yeah.
And I live out of a backpack, so I don't really have anywhere to invite people at the moment.
That's
but
fine.
I do have a dream that if I ever like buy a house or, you know, settle somewhere, that I'll have like a whole nice room for like couch surfers and my friends from all over the world. So I definitely want to like do like the role reversal in how I've traveled. I want to allow other people to travel like that once I have the,
Plans for the
you know,
future.
the capacity to do so. So yeah.
All right. Nice.
Okay. Bye guys.
Yeah.